Chapter 5. The Dursley's House. Harry has returned to the peace and solitude of the Dursley household for the summer. Harry Potter was a most unusual boy in many ways, namely that he loved the summer holidays more than any other time of the year. It gave him a most delightful chance to practice his black magic on the peevish social circle of his relatives, dropping pungent desserts on plumbing representatives, framing house elves for his petty misdeeds and having them put down at the local vets, and transforming Dudley into a bowl of crunchy nut cornflakes on and off to remedy his boredom. And should anyone try to defend themselves, he would sue. And Dumbledore remained too ludicrously starstruck and senile to do anything about it. Vernon and Petunia are slaving away in the kitchen, making various extravagant puddings, both too frightened of being turned into a bag of unsalted peanuts to ring the police. Harry, or as the Dursleys have stooped to addressing him, Darling Harrykins, is sprawling across a chaise lounge, obnoxiously summoning for additional grapes.
Come on, people, let's get this show on the road. I haven't thrown a wedding cake at Dudley in at least 10 minutes.
A fine day, Sunday. In my opinion, best day of the week.
Vernon, you're doing it again. Petunia.
Petunia vacantly shuffles in after a marathon 60-hour cooking session and aggressively slaps her spouse across the chops.
Excellent, Petunia. Your bed has now been upgraded to a water feature.
Petunia registers her delight by angrily polishing a big vase until it cracks under the pressure.
Oh, Vernon, I'm disappointed. You were so close to living in the house as well. As punishment, I'm afraid I'll have to take the roof off your bus shelter. Now, redeem yourself by switching off the television. I tire of these childish cartoons.
A muffled squeal emits from beneath the windowsill.
I wonder where the rat had gotten to. Bring him in, Petunia. I'll teach that enterprising young Michelin man to leech off my expensive Sky Digital.
But I paid for the Sky Digital. I paid for the strobe light. I paid for the mobile petting zoo, the luxury ocean liner, the solid gold magnet, the frivolous bread maker, the lifetime subscription to Woman's Own. Why, you can't even read.
Well, you've just earned your place in hell. I shall have Petunia glue your tongue to the back of your head. That should prevent any more odorous hissy fits.
Vernon is further subdued when Petunia smothers him with a tea towel and drags him away. With a graceful motion of his wand, Harry transforms Dudley into a pie shop. A small Chinaman of indeterminate gender and ethnic heritage appears at the door, armed with a silver tray and an ordering pencil. "You're come to take order now, have I?"
Well, quite the little pie shop, aren't we now, Dudley?
An expression of petulant disappointment overcomes Harry.
Oh, but dearie me, whoever am I going to lash to the front of my chariot now? Come on, family, we're going shopping.
Vernon seizes the moment. How about Aunt Marge?
No, I've got far worse duties in store for her.
The lights dim all of a sudden, and a low moan is heard from the attic.
Yes, Marge, we all know you're up there, and it's all very clever. You, the playgirl, take whatever voltage you're using and multiply it by the number of Marge's chins. Now, Vernon, for tonight's entertainment, we will be disposing of the fluffy pink handcuffs.
Hooray!
In favour of this extremely pointed spike sharpened to the precise and delicate requirements of your anal passageway.
Oh, God, no!
If you hold still, I think I can get to him with just one agonisingly slow thrust.
Vernon closes his flabby eyelids and cups his hands in silent prayer.
Or I could just blind half a dozen horses with it. It's really up to you.
The fat uncle looks up and realizes that he's bent down in front of an extremely unusual portrait. A portrait of a horse's backside, viewed head-on. For some obscure and under-rehearsed reason, a technical assistant pelts a blue towel at him and rips out a chunk of his chest hair. The house has meanwhile metamorphosed into a barren wasteland of black furnishings and strategically placed lighting grids.
I get so lonely sometimes, pushing blocks around an empty stage, singing my ditties cribbed from well-known commercials, forcing whole audiences to bask in the glow of my firmly clasped buttons.
Okay, boy. Fun is fun, but now you're really starting to creep me out. Boy? Harry has stripped naked in the meantime and is staring at Vernon with an expression somewhere between vague mania and bad acting. Boy? The stare intensifies to acute constipation. The prompt starts poking at Harry's uninspiring genitals with a 78-foot acting pole.
No, don't tell me, I remember it. On Critics' Night as well. I wish I was dead.
Your wish is my command. Vernon falls to chewing on Harry's left ear as he paws at him aggressively. For a moment, the scene is lost in a disorientating fog, before we are transported back to the relative safety of the Dursley household. Harry is talking to a strapping young policeman as Vernon writhes about on the ground. The unpalatable stress of the occasion has obviously caused him to lapse into a surreal, dreamlike seizure.
Yes, officers, it's all true. Vernon killed his wife and child by sitting on them, and then he stashed the corpses in the old mill.
Good God! That's terrible!
And to top it all off, he built this pie shop without planning permission.
You poor boy.
Uh-huh. And you see that foam around his mouth? Heroin. I tried to stop him, sir, but he responded only by trussing up his fat, mad ape bride in the attic and connected to the generator. And then he said a naughty word.
Are you sure about all this, my lad?
Yes.
Well, that's all the evidence I need. And how appropriate that Prime Minister Brown reintroduced capital punishment within the last 20 minutes. Come along, Vernon. Vernon follows listlessly, spirit broken. Harry grins broadly, shrieking with delight as Vernon is led down the garden path and towards an electric chair. Well, dying isn't so bad. No more drilling meetings, no more playing the office boy, no more Harry. Perhaps death will be a sweet release.
Oh, Vernon, whatever will the neighbours think? Such thing as milking it, Swanson.
Right, I'll have a go. I'll try.
No, you won't. You won't do it.
No, I'll do it this time. Seriously.
No, you won't.
I will.
You won't.
I will.
You'll get it wrong.
I'll try.
You'll fail.